Hello again, whiskey friends. Thanks for joining us, everybody, for another Whiskey Wednesday. Tonight is going to be unique and interesting. Tell you what, we are going to start the show off tonight with our Whiskey Friend Advent Challenge. We have 17 contestants who have volunteered for this unique challenge, and we'll walk you through the rules of it as we go. And we're going to kick the show off with the Advent Challenge so those that are playing won't have to wait so long. And then the second half of the show, we're going to do something unique as well. Last year, we did a Whiskey Friend tournament where we essentially did a tournament of all of our favorite bottles of the year. Last December and January, it took us a few weeks to go through it. We are going to do it again this year, but rather than doing the selection process behind the scenes, we are going to do it live tonight, and then that is going to be the tournament that takes us all the way to January to essentially crown what is our collective favorite bottle of the year, and doing so with a blind tournament. So, thank you for joining us today, Whiskey Friends. Let's kick off the show. All right. Well, without further ado, let's pull in first our Justice for All turkey picking champion. Man, Kelsey has been getting himself into some wild turkey lately, and I am looking forward to tasting his bottle later. So let's bring on Kelsey.
What's up, everybody? Cheers. Good to see everybody here tonight. I hope you guys are doing well. Talking turkey last night with Jason. I'm so excited for these picks to drop. If you guys aren't a patron of Mash and Journey Pick Club, you might check it out. I really have enjoyed every pick that I've gotten. So these new turkey picks that come out are going to be pretty epic. So I'm excited about that.
All right. And then we also have somebody who moved on in the first round of Blendageddon. Let's bring on our representative for that. Kelsey, did you do a blind? You didn't do one either.
I didn't do one.
And I didn't.
No.
He is our sole representative this year. So all of our hopes lie with this man. Let's bring on Darrell.
What is going on, guys? Yeah, man, it was super nerve-wracking. I'll tell you that. Last week, man, I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know which one was mine. What I thought was mine wasn't. What I thought was somebody else's wasn't. Like, it was nuts. But anxious to see how far we go, or I go. You know, got to represent the channel somehow. But this is going to be fun too, man. This bracket, the blind, the advent, you know, a lot of fun stuff today.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've got 41 people in here so far. Kelsey, why don't you say hi to some people, then pass it to Darrell at some point.
Okay. Go back up here to the top. Our main man, Top Dog, is in here. Hit the like button on the way and grab in what's left of your week one sample. Sit back and let's enjoy the show. Mr. Jiggs is in here. Katie, my dear friend, is in here. Good to see you. Wise Guy Santa. I guess he changed his name. William Reynolds is in here. Cheers, Bill. Let's see who else. Tim Cornet, Christine Vasco. Good to see you in here. Mark is in here. John DeRico is in here. GT Mustang 99 is in here. Peter White, Joe the Sample Guy, the Better Whack is in here. Dana, it's good to see you in here. Or I should say the Best Whack, I guess.
I hear her walking around somewhere.
Let's see. Oh, I missed one. Sorry, Gandy Road. Cheers to you, buddy. Love that picture, by the way. That's a great picture. Darrell, you want to pick up with JG?
Yeah, let me see where you're at over here. Disappeared on my screen. Oh, there we go. Yeah, whiskey cheers from JG. We got Mr. Jason in here. Skull again, Whiskey Heathens. Not sure if he said Christine Vasco, but cheers to you. Shauna Marie D is in here. Cheers, Shauna. Who else we got in here? Mr. Frenchie himself, Gary. Cheers, buddy. Thanks
Cheers, Gary.
A Spirited Life. Cheers to you. We got MJ in here. Jeff Perkins is in here. Who else? Uncourt. Cheers, Whiskey Friends. Cheers to you, buddy. Stacy. Full Leaf Whiskey. Cheers, Stacy. Let's see. We're scrolling. That may be it. Not sure if you've seen Maureen or if you mentioned, but I can see that here. But Fancy Franchi, cheers to you. Major Zero's in here. What's up, buddy?
Cheers, man.
That might be it. Let me see. I'm going. Actually, I'm not seeing. Oh, Doug H is in here.
Cheers, Doug.
What's up, Doug? That dang picture gets me, man. Just makes you think of a toga party. I know it's not like a towel or anything, but just.
Hey, there's our buddy Marty's in here. I just saw him. Cheers, Marty.
Hey, Marty.
Whiskey Uncensored. Look at these three pretty boys. Jeff, check your text later. What's up, Ben?
Oh, yeah. He's getting some MGP, of course. I just saw it, Ben. Popped up on my watch. We'll talk later.
Nice. Honest Charlie. That's a new one for me. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Glad to see you
Good to have you in here. Good to have you in here.
David Burkett.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
And I think that is it for now. What do we have in here? We got
Alright.
50 people so far. They'll start trickling in. But cheers, everybody. It's going to be a fun stream.
Yeah. And then let me update this here. We are going to do a super chat giveaway. And I was trying to think of something that would be Saint Nick inspired. And what I came up with was a red bottle of Weller Antique. So this is going to be up for super chats tonight in honor of old Saint Nick and his red and yellow lace, and it fits perfectly. It's right on brand. All right, so that Weller's going to somebody tonight. And then I guess to explain what we're doing tonight, let's see here. Where's the sample? All right, so let me share screen. I'll be using this presentation later, but we are starting something new. You know, everyone's got their own spin on Advent, and I was trying to think of a way that we could put our own personality in Advent and include as many people as we can into the experience. So we had 17 people sign up to be part of our Advent challenge. You see the names right here. We got executive producer Todd. We got wise guy Santa. Got Tyler. We got John. We got Gandy Road. Doug Papa. Special shout out to Doug Papa because I accidentally hand delivered 2 packages to him and he got one back to me. So I can actually show you an example in my hands. We got Dave in here, Big Vic, Mark, Ben, Mr. Jiggs, Aaron, Top Dog, Christine, Drift and Dram, Sam, and OH. So those are our 17 competitors this year. And the idea behind all this was we give them a flight, 1 per week. So we gave them these sample bottles, and we'll do 1 per week of these sample bottles here.
There we go.
And gave them a Google form to guess proof, age, type, finish, the exact same scoring system that we have done on the channel all year when we do flights. So I have all their scores for week 1. But the twist is Kelsey and Darrell have no idea what everyone has been drinking. They are completely in the blind for this whole month too, as we go through this Advent. So Kelsey and Darrell get the experience of going through this sample here tonight live with us. They're going to make their guesses known. And if any of our patrons actually beat Kelsey and Darrell, they're going to get bonus points on top of their score. So I have their scores as they are now, but they're going to get bonus points if they do better than Kelsey and Darrell. And Kelsey and Darrell, I will be keeping track of your points throughout the entire month. So we'll see where you end up at the end.
As long as Darrell doesn't bottle shot or, name the damn bottles all week.
Yeah, I'm not going to get any of these. I won't get any of these.
Yeah, he says that. You guys watch. He's definitely gonna get some. We missed some super chats here. Let's go back up. How do I make that show up, Jeff? Do I have to?
Which one are you going for?
Whiskey Nose.
Whiskey Nose. I can do that.
Yep.
There you go.
107. Let's go. Yeah, let's get that Weller ante.
And then I think it was Uncorked, and then JG. Yep.
JG. Cheers. Thanks for getting this started.
Thanks, buddy.
Major Zero. Man, his hunting videos just keep taking off, man. If you see these,
Congrats,
like 5,000 plus views on each of those. Those hunting videos are hot.
Nice.
Congratulations, buddy.
I want to know, as many videos as you shot this year, Major Zero, what did you actually wind up with in your collection, from the raffles to everything else? So I want to hear that. What you put that in the chat.
Yeah. Uncorked. Hey, man, hopefully you get this, man. If you haven't tried this before, get that in your hands. Hey, Mark's in. Mark's in for the Weller, and he's in for the Whiskey Friend Advent Challenge.
Double whammy.
All right. Boom.
Man, I can't tell you guys enough how much I like this Disco 12. I mean 11, excuse me.
11.
It's just turkey. I know. I mean, how can I not love it? It's all almost all turkey. It's 70-something% turkey.
Yeah. It's a good bottle.
So crazy good though.
It's tasty. I have all right. So I got the Advent poured here. I just want to make sure I'm not mixing.
Special shout out to the Turks for this variant logo here. They're the ones that made the Whiskey Friends logos. So thank you, Katie. Thank you, Ethan, for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful food this past weekend, by the way.
Oh man. What was the best pour of the weekend with you for your birthday, hanging out with Ethan and Katie?
Man, that's hard. I'd say it's probably, for me, it was a close tie. I was really surprised by the Michter's 10-year rye this year. That was really, really good. But I'm a turkey nut. So the 90, I think it's a 94 split label that we drank, and it's just ridiculous. It's stupid good. Stupid good. So that was my favorite. And then it's hard to beat Ethan's gumbo. It's kind of like Jeff's chili. Ethan's gumbo is up there. Right there with it. I just love that stuff.
That was some good stuff when we were in Kentucky.
Tim's in for one. Way to go, Tim. Thank you, buddy.
Tim's in. Katie says you had a great time. And then, yeah, Major Zero did go live on Saturday. So top 3 Old Fitz 10, E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof, and then the Stags. Okay. And then the ECBP.
Yeah, ECBP.
We'll be talking about one of those.
I need to send you a sample of the 22A and let you try it, Major Zero, against your 23A and see what you think.
Wait, what do you mean 23A, 22A or 23A? What did you just say?
22A against his
22A versus just 23A. Yeah, it's that 22A to me was special. It's on a different level than those, in my opinion.
All right. Well, one more slide here. But as I said, we got 4 samples, 1 per week. These are the things that we're guessing. I don't think I have to remind you guys. You guys know the drill. But we'll go through proof, age, type, finish, state, distillery, and bottle.
Are we texting our answers to you, Jeff?
No, we can. Well, if you want to. Do you want to just...
I don't want Darrell to cheat me.
That's fine.
Grab my answers.
We just got to nudge Darrell along so that he actually texts me,
No, we can start on it if you like. I got it poured up,
Without further ado, guys, you guys are welcome to get into this blind sample. Everybody, if you do have 1 ounce left, if you are playing, sample it a little bit blind maybe, but, I think you probably want to see the reveal. But, you can see what these guys are talking about, too, as they go through.
This one smells good.
Be sure to tell people what you're getting into.
Let me add, can I add this back up? Yeah. Proof age.
I was wondering if you guys could.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you guys could interact with my PowerPoints or not. That's why I need to remove it entirely from StreamYard so you can't see the answers. See? Get it out of that studio. You guys can't see that rest of that presentation.
What he doesn't know is I already wrote them down. So
You already wrote
That's
down
really
the
nice.
answers? Oh no.
no, I didn't. I'm just teasing. I didn't look anything at that. I didn't even know that I could access it, to be honest with you. The nose is
You
really
can't.
nice.
And
It's,
then if you've got some of this and you're drinking along with us, let us know.
yeah, absolutely. Let me know what you guys are getting. I might need your help.
Oh man. Jeffrey.
So Todd called me evil for this pour, and I was like, man, I didn't think I was being evil, but he said I was being
already,
evil.
well, first sip, I think I know what route OH was talking about, splitting hairs between two different like distilleries. Oh man. But this is
Burrell, you've had batch 9 Stag, right?
yeah. I think I just finished it. Yep.
Michael,
I got a tiny bit left.
Michael was asking about if so of Stag 9. Just wonder if you should crack it. Absolutely, should crack it. 9 is really good.
It's top 3 for me: 6, 9, and 12.
Yeah,
6 is my favorite.
Yeah,
then
9 and 12.
12 and 9.
What's interesting about those batches too, like they keep that kind of order. So 6, 9, 12, 15 was really good for me. 18, 22. I don't know. It's weird how that cyclical thing happens with those batches. It's interesting. Oh, Jeff never thinks he's being evil. I'm just going to send him some more experimental rye in a blind just to watch him cry.
No, thank you. Please no. All right.
Put that back up so I can see when I'm supposed to text you.
Oh, man. Ah, people are sampling it here. They're saying it tastes a little different today than when they guessed. That's interesting. Now, with these samples, I will say, when you have these at home, one important thing is to pour it and let it air out before you get into that blind, because it can change. It can open up and give you a bit more. All right. So, Kelsey, we need proof, age, type, finished, state, distillery, bottle.
Oh, distilleries in there?
Yep. And for those that are playing tonight, I will say the lowest score was 8 points. So everyone who played, the lowest score was 8 points. So everyone's got points. And I'll show the leaderboard at the end on where we stand. And then we will also accumulate points as we go week to week and then crown an overall champion for Advent. And the winner is going to win a set of Glens, one with each of our logos. So the Hello Again Whiskey Friend Glen, the Whiskey St. Glen, the Whiskey Riff Rounge Glen, all the Glens. And they will be essentially, I think, the first person other than us 3 to have all 4 of them at the same time. And then there's prizes for second place and third place too.
Okay, proof, type,
age,
shit.
age and distillery.
Age, finish, yes or no, state, distillery, bottle.
This just hit me as something, but
Doug H is in.
I don't want to second guess myself.
Cheers, Doug H. Sorry, I'm looking at my
buddy.
phone now. I'm just typing in my answers.
And then once you guys give me your answers, then feel free to talk about what you're getting from it, because I'll have to just do a little quick updates on the spreadsheets here. Oh, man. You know, that's a great point, Top Dog. Why isn't Todd a wrench?
I don't think we have
In all honesty, we handed out wrenches our very first day when we went live, and we haven't handed anything out since.
We do have a couple. Katie and Big Vic.
I think I got all of the answers in there, Jeff. Look and make sure.
All right.
I'm second guessing a couple things, but we're good. We're fine.
You're getting in there? All right. So.
Oh, man.
Kelsey, I need a bottle. Oh no, that's there.
I'm gonna probably pull the whole thing of this damn thing.
Age.
Well, it's on the bottle.
If so, you want to go with that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all in on it.
All right, Kelsey is all in. All right, this is interesting, Darrell. This is interesting stuff.
I know what your guess is without even looking.
It's gonna be really good or really, really bad. There's gonna be no in between.
I'm with you
right.
on. I'm pretty certain I know what your guess is. We'll talk once I give them.
Well, Kelsey, I can confirm that you did score points.
Oh well, I at least got that it was a bourbon, and maybe Kentucky.
Points plural.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Jason. You definitely should have won a Glenn for beating Darrell in cards because he beating cards very often. But it wasn't poker. In all fairness, if it was poker, you would have been dead.
Kelsey, I need one more answer from you.
Mm-hmm.
On a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate this pour?
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to use whole numbers, so I'll round down there. And we're good. Okay. So I'm going to update Kelsey's in my sheet. Darrell, get your answers in. And then Kelsey, read some more in chat here as we're going along. I'll be a little bit distracted.
Let's see. Did y'all get the Play-Doh note on the nose? I could kind of see that. The one that always reminds me of Play-Doh, and it was because it was a couple of things for me. One, it was the first time I ever met Jason C. in person. Two, it was a fresh crack, and it was the Woodford malted stout bottle that he bought. That thing was straight up Play-Doh, no joke, literally I was drinking Play-Doh. It was crazy. I don't necessarily get a Play-Doh note. I can kind of see some of that, but to me, it comes off more like cherry and oak. JG, it's probably not the first time that I've scored, but there's been a few times, not very many. Let's see who else is back up in here. Todd Ritter, I think, has all of the Glens.
Does Todd have all of them?
I know he has mine. I sent him one. I thought you sent him one.
I don't know if he has this one.
Yeah, I don't think he has that one. I think he has the channel, mine, and Darrell's. Let's see. I'm feeling my first notion on this was right, and then we went a different guess, but drinking it tonight, I'm pretty sure my notion might be right. Good. We'll find out in just a few minutes. As soon as Darrell,
I will say,
since
we had people hit the distillery. Spoiler, but people did hit the distillery on this one.
Toshipe, good to see you in here, man. I haven't seen you in a while.
Hey.
Todd is missing the Whiskey St. Glenn.
All right. Darrell, waiting on answers from you, but I got Kelsey's in here.
Cheers, Lance. Thank you for super chats. Again, if you guys are just jumping in, I know some are just coming in, like Henry. Cheers to you, buddy. Do we have a giveaway today? Yes. I'm glad you asked. Weller 107. We're giving a bottle of 107 away tonight. So, Marty, I thought I sent my Glen to you. Did I not do that? I need to send you one. I'll send you one, bud. What else is in here?
All right. So to proof Kelsey. So Kelsey gets points. Kelsey gets no points. Kelsey gets 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 points. All right. I totally lied about all of that, but you got some points, Kelsey.
Stay tight.
Thanks, man. We appreciate it, Toshi. It's a lot of fun doing this, so we always love to have everybody in here as much as they can be. We understand everybody else has lives outside of on Wednesday nights, but
I don't really have bottle guess.
All right. I'm filling it out, and a few people got bonus points. Bum, bum,
Keith Thompson's
bum.
in. Cheers to you. Henry's in.
I just got to send you probably the bottle.
Jerry Black's in. Cheers to you, Jerry.
So 108. I didn't say that out loud. There's that.
You and I are really close on proof, Darrell.
Yeah.
Well, now that I'm doing this, why don't you guys talk about tasting notes and everything? I got all your answers.
Hold on, because I haven't given you a bottle guess yet.
Oh, nope, you haven't. I also need your rating 1 to 10 or 0 to 10.
8.
But I wouldn't give you something that's a 0. An 8?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's a good pour.
It reminds me of a bottle, and that's kind of what like most of my bets were hedged, but I'm pretty certain you don't have that bottle, so I'm not entirely positive. Actually, I know you don't have that bottle. That I'm thinking.
I like the way that the transition from mid palate to the finish comes across on this. It goes from that real kind of sweeter, fruity note to like a real kind of substantial oak presence without being bitter. Like the finish sticks around, you get a little bit of the tannins, but you don't. It's not bitter. Which that's the one thing that I like about it is the way that it transitions that.
I'm just gonna.
I think that transition's the highlight for me, Kelsey. It's really soft for me up front.
Yeah.
So that initial impression comes across real soft, and then it does finish all right.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks, Jay.
What's up, Jay?
It was fun hanging out with you last night. I wish I could have stayed longer, but those picks are going to be freaking awesome. I can't wait.
Man,
Jeff, did you?
That's a guess there, man. Jeez.
Jeff, can you? No, I'll keep it hedged like that. Forget it. I was going to change the distillery to what my bottle guess was, but that's fine. Keep it like that.
Yep, whatever you want. This is your last call.
Keep it. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
All
right.
Second guessing myself now. Dang it.
Did you hedge on the purple bottle turkey?
No.
Okay. My first initial sip reminded me of that, but it's too dark.
Yeah, this is to me. This has more oak on it than the 12-year turkey.
Yeah, it's oaky. It definitely has some age.
I went a different direction.
I did too. I didn't go turkey.
I can see some of the turkey notes that you would get. Why you would say that?
I just don't know what's at this proof point from what I'm thinking. What did you have proof at?
106.
106.
Mm-hmm.
I had 108. You're obviously in Kentucky, right?
Yep.
Not MGP bourbon, not finished.
No.
Where'd you go distillery?
Barton.
I went Heaven Hill, then I was second guessing with Four Roses.
No, it would be more of Heaven Hill than Four Roses to me on this nose. I was thinking after you said turkey, I went back to it and I was like, there's some Knob Creeky notes too in there. That older Knob Creek stuff, but they aren't that proof point. So that's why I didn't really go with that.
I forget that Knob Creek does like a regular 12-year. That's like
100 proof. Right? Yeah. But to me, that 12-year Knob Creek doesn't have that much oak on it. It doesn't. This is a really strong oak presence. Like it tastes a lot older. So
we had that recently, didn't we? Didn't somebody send that to us?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm awarding some bonus points to a few people.
That means they scored more than us, right?
Yeah, look at that.
We didn't score. We scored under 8 points, Kelsey.
All right. Well, I've got this done. Let me pull this up for everybody. And let's go through a little bit of a slow reveal on this, and then I can tell you my thought process of including this one in today's event.
Yeah, I agree with you, OH. I think that it does have some rye spices, but I think it transitions really fast, really super fast for me.
This is definitely age stated, right, Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
with all that oak, I would imagine. It was like it gotta be, and it's 10 plus, I would imagine too.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Well, let's
better
flip
not be
through this here. Once again, a reminder for those that are joining now, we got 66 people in here. We are doing an Advent challenge with our patrons. We got 17 people to sign up. So I hand delivered 17 sets of a blind flight set, 4 samples a piece. We're going to have one a week here. So we're going to do this to kick off the show throughout the rest of the month. And asked everybody to guess proof, age, type, finish, state, distillery, and bottle. I have everybody scored, and now Kelsey and Darrell just did it live. So let's go through the results of week 1.
Oh, no.
All right. My visuals are a little small, but I will describe what we're seeing here and have more time to improve the visuals next week. But I did want to put this together. So we have our proof guesses here. As we walk through it, I'll go left to right. But in general, 0 to 90 to 95, we had 2 people. Let me do something real quick here. This didn't work. Let me remove that from studio. Let me add that again. It didn't update with my inputs of Kelsey and Darrell. Should do it now. Yada, yada, yada. There we go. All right. So Kelsey thought it was 106. Darrell thought 108. And when it comes to the guesses of our patrons, we had some choke points here when it came to 96 to 100 or 111 to 115. But you can see here we had proof guesses across the board as high as 124.
Wow.
Holy moly.
The correct guess was 100 proof.
Oh, God, it's the stupid Knob Creek.
Damn it.
And congratulations and a shout out to OH. Nailed it on the spot. 100 proof with his guess. Congrats, buddy.
Yeah.
I was up in the air. I thought it.
The more that I break it, the more.
Well, I don't like. It's got to be that.
So now let's get into age. Kelsey guessed 16. He was really feeling the oak tonight. Darrell's right up there too at 12. And then our patrons here, our contestants, choke points between 6 to 8 years. That's where a majority of people felt that this one landed. And nobody got this one exactly. But we did have 2 people that were within 1 year.
So 10 year.
10 years is the answer. Congrats to Mark and Mr. Jiggs. You both got a bonus point for being the closest.
Interesting.
So 10 years.
So we got 100 proof and 10 years. Any change of thinking as we go through this, guys?
The Forgate Indiana Foundation.
Oh, man, you're going real up there. Jeez. We'll have to go do a price round before we maybe review them. So we asked everybody to guess type.
100 proof. It's not 100 proof, yeah.
We asked everybody to guess type. Most people said bourbon. We did have a few people where the rye was really emerging, or they called it American single malt. So what's interesting about this, and I get the benefit of seeing everyone's bottle guesses. The guesses were guessing things that were much brighter and younger than I was expecting. So I don't know if it's having time to breathe or something that held this pour back, because I did pour it from fresh bottles. So that's a tip then for future weeks. Let them breathe before you get into it.
Yeah, Todd, I realized the proof right after. It's like 108 or something like that.
Finished, not finished. Most thought it was not finished. We did have some that did think it was finished. One of them was executive producer Todd, and I kind of texted him today. I was like, Todd, are you sure you drank sample 1 and not the different sample?
Are you not
he was like,
well?
He was like, why are my answers that bad? I was like, you scored points. You're fine. All right. State. Kelsey and Darrell both said Kentucky. we did have a bunch of different answers. Some people thought Indiana, some people thought Ohio, and some people thought Texas. But Kentucky was the majority of the responses.
I wish Texas whiskey tastes like that.
It was a bourbon, right? We said
it was a bourbon.
Yes.
Okay.
And the spoiler, as we get to the end, those that thought it was Texas thought we were drinking Still Austin.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. Then when it comes to distillery, we had a whole myriad of distilleries that came up. Kelsey said Barton. Durrell said Heaven Hill. Others said Barton. We had a Buffalo Trace, probably off that cherry note. A lot of MGP. I could see some similarities.
They were hedging your bet. You did this.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. I think people were playing me more than the bottle, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll see if they continue to do that in future weeks. Old Carter came up, Brown Foreman, Old Line, thus the Ohio guess from earlier on where it was distilled. Still Austin, Wild Turkey, and Willet. I could see angles at many of these. It makes sense to me. And congratulations to Durrell, as well as Wise Guy Stu and Mark. It was indeed a Heaven Hill bottle.
Cool.
And then I forgot to make a slide for it, so I'll have to do it next week. But I did ask everybody to rate this bottle as well. And we had ranges between a 6 to an 8. Majority of people essentially rated this between an 8 or a 7. Pretty split evenly between those. So a good to a great pour is generally the consensus of this bottle. So here is some of the bottle guesses here. Man, I'm blown away by Kelsey and Durrell's guess at this one. The Calumet 16 and the Four Roses LE. Whew. But here's some other examples. 1792 Full Proof, the Boone County Oloroso Sherry Cast, Bull Run finished in Pinot, the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, Elijah Craig Small Batch Store Pick, the Evan Williams 1783. Those would obviously be the closest since it's Heaven Hill. But no spoilers there, Katie. Kentucky Spirit would have been a really good guess too for everything that we just said.
Except that it didn't taste like turkey.
I don't know. I can see the angle a little bit. The Remus, we got a few Remus guesses. That's the MGPs, the Still Austins, and then the Willet. All right. Well, shoot. Maybe I should do a bottle reveal first. I know everyone just saw that, but let me remove that anyway.
That was off of one.
I know.
Wow, that's impressive.
That was off of one. So, What we are drinking, Katie, indeed, is a Henry McKenna 10-year. So these dropped recently all over northern Kentucky. So I was able to get 2 bottles of the exact same barrel. So I thought that would be a very interesting one to put into this blind. The price on this, though, has gone up. It was $79.99. So
those things used to be $40.
They used to be $35-$40 when we started.
Yeah,
essentially.
That's crazy.
So now they started hitting again. And what I think is interesting too is to compare this one to maybe the Heaven Hill 7-year bottle and bond. You get that extra oak, but I feel like I like the bold flavors of the 7-year a bit more.
I don't know. I really liked what's interesting about this particular single barrel was it had a lot more fruit than I remember McKenna having. Like after Durrell said Heaven Hill, I could definitely see, where he's getting those vibes from. Mm-hmm. The thing that reminds me most of is the bottle that I guessed, which was the Calumet, because I thought it's a pretty low proof, but it had lots of oak coming through to me tonight, like super oaky.
Yeah,
I honestly thought it was the Red Label Evan Williams 12, but I was like, I know he doesn't have that bottle, but it was oaky like that. I honestly thought 101 proof, but I'm like, he doesn't have that. So I started hedging against myself, but I stuck with Heaven Hill because it tasted like Heaven Hill, but I kind of messed up on a couple other things.
So
That's good, man. I've only had
and
that
this
bottle
one
once.
was from just barreled on May 13. So this is a newer barreling. Yeah, this would have been released back in the summer then.
Yeah, I've literally only sampled McKenna. I've owned a few and gave them away. I never really had a chance to sit there and enjoy one to get that.
Oh,
that
Sam.
I still think it's a rye.
I still think it's a rye.
Rye tasted that good, Sam.
It's got the twins bottle, Storytime bottle.
It's a rye.
So with that said, then let's go to the leaderboard here, and we'll be keeping track of this all month long. But
Mark
congratulations to Mark. Right off the bat, just banged this sample one. So good job there. Stu's right behind him. OH off that great proof guess, scored a bunch of points there. Katie's not too far behind too. And then Ben Hernandez. So that's a good top 5 there. And everybody that played, 8 was the minimum, which is like 3 or 4 correct answers. So that's still really good. We got Kelsey at 15, Darrell at 19. So pretty close between you two. The thing that separates you two, was at Heaven Hill.
What did Mark score? How much were bonus points?
Just 1. Well, Mark got 2 bonus points because he scored 1 more than both of you. So he gets 1 bonus point per
20. Okay.
who's he's above. Yep. So he was at 20 before that.
Gotcha.
So Mark nailed the age, got the bonus point. He didn't nail it. He was off by 1, but he got the bonus point. So he got 3 points there. He got the type, he got the finish, he got the state, he got the distillery.
Damn.
Oh, Ethan.
Oh, you were so right, Darrell. My equation's off. It added everybody's ratings in there. I'll fix that later.
Okay.
But you were right. My scores are exaggerated, Darrell. So I will fix that. But Mark, you are still number 1. I just got to remove everybody's ratings because that got pulled into the sum equation. But congrats to all of our contestants for this week 1. And now I'm looking forward to what you think of week 2. If you guys thought I was a devil before, wait till you get into week 2.
That was a good
next year, I think we need to alternate. Next year I get to do it, or Darrell gets to do it, and then the next year the next person gets to do it.
We can do it.
Yes. That should be a total tradition too. We could totally do that.
That would be fun.
So hand delivering 17 packages is quite fun. Especially when you send one to the wrong person.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you, Doug. And thank you, Christine, for alerting me just in time.
I'm gonna pull up our little ranking spreadsheet. We still got to do our draft.
We got to do our draft. And shout out to Vic, who already submitted all 4 weeks' answers before he even saw.
He was just thirsty.
Like, let's do it. All right.
Listed for another 4 years. It's like I'm in for 4
I don't know, Jeff, if you have all the points to show, like who got what points.
I do have all the points to show. I can show the full spread. I can show the full spread later. Yep.
Okay.
If you want to see, let me fix the equation here because I know I'm off here. So,
in case you didn't know, Jeff does lots of presentations. And Google Sheets and Google Docs.
All right. So I restated. Kelsey, you've got 7 points. Darrell, you've got 11. So yes, my alarm bells should have gone off when I saw the 20 points.
I was like, did he nail everything?
Mark has 14. So that's who's in first place.
So he's 3 ahead of me instead of 3. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. And then I'm sure the answer is, let's see here.
Man,
hide all these.
Turn the fan on. Oh.
Let's see. Is that right? Let's see. You're probably talking about what was Christine's. Christine had 8 points. So that was probably the answer looking for there, especially because of that proof guess. But I think that's it. Let's see. I'll make sure I got this right. Yeah, there we go. So I'll paste. I'll do the whole spread of scores later for all those that were contestants. They can see it all, but it's a pretty close race between the top 8 people so far, and anything can happen any given week. So I'm interested to see how this plays out.
I need those bonus points. Gotta start nailing stuff, man. It's not a bad showing though.
Heck yeah, man. That's no fair. You'll win all the points, Jason.
Here we go, Jason.
If Jason's doing
Bring him
it, I get to do the pours.
Dude, he's going to get his
all rice whiskey. I promise.
Kick my butt in.
Jason, I know you've got Blendageddon. Well, I'll have to see how many weeks that goes through. But if you would be interested to being a guest judge one of these weeks, let us know. We are looking to bring some guest judges in for their blind flight as well.
Oh, for a tournament?
For being a guest, be a part of the tournament, and be a part of this thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right. And then we've got 77 people in here. Before we get into our draft for our favorite bottles of the year tournament, we are doing a giveaway here for a Weller Antique 107 St. Nick themed, thus the red label.
Very nice.
All right. Well, let's transition to our next stage of this, which is a tradition that we started last year where we essentially threw in all of our favorite bottles of the year and did a tournament bracket of them for blind flights to see what would win for the whole year. Kelsey Durrell, remind me, what won last year?
Oh,
Lucky 7.
It wasn't.
14.
It was Lucky 7.
Against Houdini,
I think it was Lucky 7.
The 14 or the 15? I don't remember.
14.
The 14.
Yeah.
I think it was the Justin's one.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Came out of that and Houdini, man. We're top 2 in terms of points.
Houdini was right there from Nash and Journey. Man, Spice Jam was like the Cinderella of that tournament. Yeah. And then those ECBPs did way better than we thought they would.
Yeah,
I agree with that. That was a crazy.
So what we are going to do, NFL draft style, each of us gets to elect 6 bottles to put into this tournament. Now, this tournament is only going to have 16 bottles in the end, so we will get the help of our patrons to essentially vote on, what's gonna make it in there. Once they see the spread and what that final seed is going to be. So, without further ado, I'm going to share a sheet to the screen right now. And this is our scoring sheet. This is the Google form that keeps track of all of our reviews throughout the year so that we can see all the bottles that we scored. And this is essentially our cheat sheet as we go along as to what is going to be in this tournament. So I will share my screen there and you can get a little behind the scenes look of our score sheet and our top scores. Everything we do in terms of our reviews ultimately gets recorded so that I can analyze all this data later and then visualize it the same way that I just did that Whiskey Advent presentation. All right. Well, let's go in order. Darrell, you won the night. Why don't you do first draft? Kelsey, you do second. I'll do third, and we'll do it snake style from there.
Okay.
I'll start with what ranked the highest for me and just go with that single barrel Hard Truth from the distillery.
All right.
I know me and you got that. Kelsey, you don't have that bottle, right?
I do not have that bottle. Correct.
Right, yeah. I know you had it a few different times during some blinds.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah.
We'll get you a sample though.
But, so we've got Hard Truth. This is a single barrel from the distillery that Darrell and I got back in May that wowed us. And as you can see, really wowed Darrell. We'll see how it does blind. Kelsey, what's your pick?
You know what? I'm going to go with my top pick, which is the Michter's 10 Neon.
Michter's, yeah.
All right. Michter's 10.
RBON.
And you know what? I'm going to go down the line for now. but I really want to see how this thing does in a blind. It is one of my favorite bottles on its own. We're going to get the 4-gate 10-year. This is a single barrel picked by the CBOs themselves. Let's get that in there.
That's a 10-year as well, right?
Yep.
And this is a 10. Yep, this is a 10-year.
So you get to pick again, Jeff.
So I get to pick again. Now, I'm not going to go just straight down the list per se. I want to get bottles that I really want in this tournament, and I know Kelsey loves this bottle. Let's get the Corbin Cash rye in here. From Mash and Journey. One of my surprise favorites of the year for sure. Let's get that in this tournament.
There we go.
All right, Kelsey.
You know what? I am going to put in, I think, what is the dark horse, maybe? ECBP, not C923. I think people have overlooked that.
C923?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually,
You're doing C923?
I think that's a really good bottle.
Oh, yeah, that had to be.
I'm curious to see how that does. I think
it will do well in a blind. I really do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think so, too.
I think so.
I want to throw the copper and casket in, man. I really want to see how that holds up. I think it's a freaking banger bottle.
So why don't you explain what this one is for everybody that's...
Yeah, so I can talk briefly about it. This was a pick that a local store near me asked me to help do. So I filled in for a couple of the guys. And it's an 8-year MGP that was taken right out of Indiana and aged literally just about all 8 years in Florida. Then they finished it in the store's Weller foolproof barrel. And that thing is... if you heard of copper and cast, it was kind of hit or miss with some stuff, but those new black and gold labels, when they're finished products at 8 years, especially aged in Florida, are absolutely ridiculous. It's so good. But yeah, I'll throw that in there because I really want to see how that holds up.
All right.
We're
going to
and for reference,
go ahead.
Darrell picked that barrel, helped pick that barrel. Kelsey and I, when we reviewed it in this form, rated it higher than Darrell. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah. We're going to shut off Let's try that again. We're going to shut off Super Chats in about 3 minutes. So if you guys want to get in, remember it's $5 over Super Chat gets you a chance at a win a Weller Antique 107 bottle. So if you guys are just jumping in or didn't hear that before, want to get in on the bottle for a chance, please do that in the next few minutes.
All right. So I'm going to throw in another one that I think this may be the dark horse. The Larceny B523.
That's a good bottle.
I really enjoyed it. It scored surprisingly really high for me, and I haven't went back to it in a while, so I might do that maybe tomorrow. But I want to see if Jeff actually kicks this through a couple rounds.
We'll see. Let's see if you can bring me back around on these large barrel proofs.
Oh goodness,
Kelsey.
I'm gonna go. Excuse me, with a big surprise here. For me anyway, because I'm not a Beam fan, but I want to put in that single barrel 9-year single barrel Knob Creek.
The Beam Tech.
The Beam Tech. Big shout out to Vic and his group that did that pick. Holy crap, it's good.
Yeah, that is a really good one.
Beam Tech is in. Thank you, Vic, for finding that bottle. He knows we've been raving about it all year long. I'm going to throw in one of my favorite bottles from our Kentucky trip. But let's put the Legion Yamazaki in here.
That one surprised me, but I really was concerned when you bought that. I was like, oh, I don't know if that was going to be good or not. But it actually turned out really good. A lot better than I expected it to be.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. So back over to you, Jeff, for another one.
And then... I'm going to deviate a little bit here. I think it's going to be kind of interesting having these two even potentially pitted against each other in a blind. I'll need to find it where it is on the list. I know it's pretty decently up here.
Which bottle?
I am going to go, there it is. The Elijah Craig barrel proof. I will put one more in there just so Darrell has a chance to try it again. I'm going to put the one that we poured ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
We are gonna. I think we're all the guys that got one of those. Darrell are still gonna put together samples for you, and you can fill up a bottle.
I appreciate it. That was a sad night.
story.
All right. So what is it to me now, right?
Yep.
So I want to. Where are we at? I'm gonna throw the Nash Tucky DeLorean Stash 2 in there.
That's a good one.
Ooh, all right.
That's a great bottle.
You get one more.
Lauren Stash 2. Let me scroll a little bit. And I could throw single barrels in, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I want to do the 4-gate single barrel that I picked up. I want to see how this holds up because Kelsey's a little up in the air, but we're going to do that Poor Nerds single barrel.
Another 4-gate single barrel. Interesting.
Really
That is 12. We've got 6 to go.
Scroll down.
Or 5 to go, I guess.
Scroll
5 to go.
Down.
Yep.
I want to do the Hard Truth Caramel Malt.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Where is that one's up here for you?
That was up top.
Now,
toward the top.
I couldn't remember what.
I will say,
I just remember it was good.
Kelsey, I will let you decide on this. If you want to do batch 1, I do have batch 2, and I do think it is a little better, but that's only my opinion. So that could be something.
Means I have to buy it. That just means you need to get me a bottle and hand deliver it to me. Is what that means.
All right, I need to drive back. to Indiana here. All right,
that's awesome. Yeah.
Well, I think we just have to have it in there. There's no way it can't be in this tournament. I am putting in the 13 Colony Double Oak.
Very nice.
13th Colony Double Oak.
All right. We already got 2 4-gates in there, so that makes that kind of interesting. Want to have good representation too. Let's see. Do I have a dark horse? There is something that I am actually very excited to re-explore. I didn't score it as high as everybody else did, so this is a chance to see how right or wrong I was. I am pulling in the Jack Daniels 12-year.
I agree with you. If you wouldn't have picked it, that was my next pick. So,
yeah, it's a great bottle.
Well, what is your next pick since I stole your pick?
I don't know if you guys have this bottle. I'm not sure if I ranked this one. Is the Tyrone Q Russell's Reserve in there?
You did have a Russell's Reserve around a score of an 88. Here it is at an 87. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that, and it's the Tyrone Q pick, and so that's one I'll put in there against that.
Tyrone Q.
All right.
So I close it out with the last 2.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Because that was number 16.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I guess so. I guess you happen to. Why don't you do one and then Kelsey does one more? Okay. I think that'll. I don't know where we got. We got off somewhere. I don't know. So my snake didn't work quite right.
It's all right.
The 4 Roses LE, my 2023.
All right. Kelsey, why don't you
the 135th, Darrell? Is that the 135th that you sent us? Okay.
Yeah, I still got the sample of it here, so I can keep that off to the side.
Scroll down for me, Jeff. Keep going. I'm going to put in trying to remember which Jack Daniels barrel proof that is that I scored.
Could be a rye. I think it's the rye.
Okay. I want to see how this one does. It wasn't my favorite. Scroll back down. I want to put the old line in.
Ooh.
Just do something
Okay,
a little different.
Old line
See how it holds up in the tournament.
I can do that. All right.
Oh,
and there we go. There are our contestants, everybody. So we're going to do a tournament. We're going to pick 16 of these 18. But we got the old line, the Jack Daniels 12-year, a Russell's Reserve single barrel from Tyrone Q, if I got that right. The Elijah Craig that we did, fill your own bottle. 13th Colony Double Oak. The Knock Creek 9-year Beam Tack. A 4-gate single barrel. Then a Legent Yamazaki. Corbin Cash. It's Merced rye. That's how you say that, right?
Merced. Man, I always say Merced in my head, and I think that's wrong. Copper and Cast single barrel. ECBP C23. Hard Truth. Larceny barrel proof. Four Roses LE. A Nash Tucky. Another 4-gate single barrel. Hard Truth. Sweet Mash rye. And then Michter's 10-year. That's one heck of a lineup, guys. Yep.
It's gonna be crazy.
It'll be a fun. Okay,
so as we start winding down the show here, we got 54 people left. We are going to do the super chat giveaway. Thank you, Katie and Ethan, yet again. And as I get this kicked up here, interested to know in chat if you had to guess a bottle that's going to win this whole tournament. What's it going to be?
Yeah, I'm curious what they're going to put in there. I'm trying to think what top 5 maybe.
That double oaked 13 Colony was up there too. That was really good.
That I think
it all depends on who battles who or what battles what, you know?
Yeah.
In the order, I mean, because if you get like a Michter's 10 versus the 13th Colony, I mean, geez, it's like different.
And we're only choosing one winner, which it's going to make it tough.
We'll seed these like we did last year, so it'll be we'll seed these independently now that we've seen the set. All right. Well, here we have our wheel. Thank you, Katie and Ethan. Kelsey, how many times are we going to randomize this thing?
Lucky number 7.
0.
Good luck, everybody. Let's see who's going to be the big winner tonight. Big Vic.
Oh, man.
Right. It's not rigged, Dick. It's not rigged, Vic.
Rigged. Let's spin this again. Rigged.
Oh, shit.
Congrats, buddy.
Congrats, Vic.
There you go.
The St. Nick giveaway here. The red label Weller Antique. Congrats, buddy. And thank you, everybody, for helping us out and contributing tonight. Really appreciate it. All right. Well, it's 9:05. We have this is now round 2 of Blendageddon, or is it round 3? Which one is this?
Round
2.
4. Week 4.
4? Man, I'm way
off.
Time just keeps slipping.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun.
So we will send the 48 people that are here over to Jason. Let's sign off and get these people on their way. Kelsey, why don't you kick off that?
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Cheers to Vic. Thanks for all your support. Love you, buddy. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, and be looking for a couple of really fun, exciting reviews coming up. i.e. Parker's Heritage 10-year rise coming up. So keep your eyes peeled. It's going to be fun.
You've been holding back on us.
Uh-oh. Hopefully it was a good one. But yeah, guys, just continue to follow us through here. You can follow me on IG, the Whiskey Saint. And just, yeah, literally every Wednesday with us over here, live, keeping it fresh, keeping it fun. We got this tournament going on for the next, 5 weeks?
Yeah.
Kicking off officially next week. So stick with us, man. This is going to be fun seeing what actually makes it through each week, man. See who we reign champ at the end of the 5th week. Pretty excited, man.
Oh, yeah. And thank you, everybody. And thank you to all of our contestants who signed up to go through this blind flight challenge. Have a lot of fun with it. Now you know maybe how to navigate week 2 just a little differently than week 1. We'll see where our leaderboard goes next week. So congratulations to Mark, and we'll catch everybody later.
Cheers, man.
Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you